Would you look at the time? It's time for another video. Good day to you, fellow adventurers. Zero time and space. It is I, the Cowardly Time Lord. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Part 5. Nitro powder. Explosive force in this powder will Hey, McNell, open the new template. Are you kids? I did totally the wrong accent for you, but I don't care. There we go. Now we can butter this rock to smithereens. Got no idea what he's saying. What are ye all standing around for? The powder shit to blue, unless ye plan on going with it. You'd better go out whilst ye can. Now for one of the few cutscenes in this game. We're destroying an entire continent. How does that work? I'm not certain. I cannot wait to see what lies out there. Into that canal. I don't know. I get they're supposed to have a Scottish accent, but they can't do a Scottish accent, and I couldn't read what he was saying anyways. Maybe it's Irish. I think it's Scottish. Scottish dwarf. Lally-ho! Hey, Lally-ho! With a crystal eye, even the blind can see. I hear that the Dark Hephaestus picked the one belonging to Mattia. That's a bit better. I still can't really do a proper accent for him. I'm sorry if it seems really bad, but I'm just doing my best. But the point is, the whole point of that was to go here. There's an optional dungeon. Actually, I consider it the hardest optional dungeon. It's not the final optional dungeon, but it's the hardest because of its second. Because there are two end bosses to that optional dungeon, and one of them just is impossible. Now, there is a little trick I'm going to show you real quick. Which is, if you want to, you can sail anywhere in the world now. So you can do this, what I'm doing right now, which is sailing across the ocean blue in the year 1942. I don't know. Making up weird things. You can dock here at this place and head to the next town early and buy better equipment. But I won't be doing that because there's really hard to beat enemies there. I would usually do it, but not this time. So you can sail over to that town there. That town right there. We are currently here. We were just there, but now we're going back here so we can go there. See? So you can play this game in the correct order. It was intended to played. I just had a massive voice hiccup thing. Not really a hiccup, but just a slight issue. I get those every so often. Like with the word because. For whatever reason, I cannot usually say the word because unless I'm trying to say the word because. Because it comes out bees. Go back and watch my videos, some of my videos, if you don't believe me. When I'm saying because, it often comes out bees. Bees. Anaconda. Yeah, you could run into like a group of 7 anacondas at once in the marsh cave if you went off that path I showed you before. Now here's one of the harder enemies of this dungeon. And you just saw why I consider them a harder enemy of this dungeon. They hit hard. Now I'm about to show you a little secret in this dungeon. That's what I'm going to say before I show you, because it can be quite difficult. Welcome to the... Not this. As I was saying, welcome to the Hall of the Helgigus. Each step you take in this hallway, from this point forward, you'll run into a Helgigus and some lizards. Now, the Helgigus is the only thing you have to worry about in this fight. And it's dead now. And the whole reason to it is because the Helgigus is worth quite a bit of money. It's the only reason to that hallway. Forgot to unpause, sorry. Yeah, usually after you completely clear out the first floor, you want to go outside and rest real quick. Yeah, going outside to rest after the first floor is a pretty good idea. Because he's after the first floor, there's no real earth spirits or whatever they're called. I've already forgotten. Coral Sword, it's worse than what we've already got. Stupid bats. Now, here on this floor is where you can start running into two different enemies, one of which I'd be very excited if I met up with, the other of which I'm terrified of. And those enemies are the Orchire Jelly, which I mentioned in the previous video, as being one of the rarest enemies in the game, so I wouldn't mind meeting up with it. But the Cockatrice makes it so I want to save every so often. Oh, so you can fight Psychodemons on this floor. How could I forget about that? And they're still their asshole selves. I really hope I don't meet up with a cockatrice bird. Because they'll get you stoned. Oh, you can also meet up with wraiths and mummies on this floor. You know those optional enemies I showed you before at the Western Keep? Also, my body just made the weirdest sound. It sounded like a computer thing just frying. I'm tired of fighting these wraiths, so... And I thought they'd paralyze my other warriors, so I thought I'd just deal them with magic. Eventually you get equipment that makes you immune to getting stoned, which is equipment that I really like in this game. Actually, there's only one shield in the game that makes you immune to being stoned in the base game. But if you do the optional dungeons, there's a second shield that makes you immune to actually everything. Finally got enough money to buy one knight's armor. Yeah, just use the fire spell or the dire spell if you want to get rid of these enemies quickly. But these guys aren't so super bad that I don't think I really need to. Sure, they can still stun you like those other enemies, but they aren't that bad. And don't do it often enough for me to really care. Don't go in that room. Earth Elemental, not Earth Spirit, Earth Elemental. Yay, 4 hits! Poison. Why is there a mysterious blue bat blocking our path? Blah, blah, blah. Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. Anyways, this looks like a good place to end off this episode. So this is the Cowardly Time Lord. Ow, why does it keep on happening? Signing off and saying have a good day. Or whatever time it is, wherever you are.